Welcome back to Batman Curse of the White Knight right here at Comicstorian. We're known for narrating your comic books, and I'm Benny, your narrator. Batman Curse of the White Knight takes place in an alternate reality, where Batman is more harmful to Gotham City than good for Gotham City. As it turns out, the one-percenters have been using Batman for insurance fraud. In this exact same universe, the Joker is two individuals, known as Jack Napier, one of which is good. He started the Napier Initiative to remove Batman, and also hired Nightwing and Batgirl to work with the Gotham City Police Department and give them all of Batman's cool toys. During all of this, we've also discovered Joker's greatest joke before he died. The greatest joke is that Batman is not a Wayne. He is in fact a descendant of Bakar, an individual that killed Edmund Wayne to steal the Wayne fortune. And the real descendant of the Waynes is Jean-Paul Valley, who is now Azrael and mass murdering people inside of Gotham City, having already killed Commissioner Gordon. We are now coming to the final showdown. Bruce Wayne versus Jean-Paul Valley. Batman versus basically deadly killer Batman. Will Bruce Wayne go over the edge? This is an alternate universe. It could happen. If you've enjoyed this story, make sure you check out the full story of it in the playlist down below. And don't forget to check out more on our channels. We bring you daily videos over here. You can also hit that like button to tell us you want more Batman. Let's begin issue 7. As the realization of not being a Wayne sets in, Batman thinks back to how this all began. He would often stare at the crossed sword hanging on the wall, wishing he could pull one down. But after that fateful night, he would stare at the swords and cry. He would cry and blame himself for what had happened. He was the one who wanted to go see the movie. Alfred found the young Bruce staring up at the wall and said that he would like to propose a deal. If he was ready to attend the funeral, he would be ready to hold the rapier. When they get back, he will learn how to use it, how to fight, so that the next time that he's in danger, he'll know what to do. Young Bruce sniffles, asking, "Like Zorro?" And Alfred tells him, "Yes, like Zorro." Now, the current day, a much older Batman stares at those swords once again, thinking about how the Waynes were always guardians, going all the way back to the Middle Ages. They were nobles, using their wealth to defend the people who shared their land. And as Batman, he wanted to honor that tradition. Learning the truth of Edmund Wayne has been difficult, but never once was not being a Wayne a thought. The truth is, Azrael's a descendant of a man who died in that well. As Batman stares at the computer screen, Harley tells him that he was right. She was keeping something from him. Jack Napier and her were worried what the truth might do to him, but they both knew that he would eventually figure it out. She couldn't stop it, but she would at least be there for him when he found out the truth. Batman lets out a sigh. The Joker's right. There is a curse in Gotham, and it's Batman. Harley shouts, "That's bull! Was your father a curse? Was your mother? We're not responsible for something that we never knew about, and neither are you. Who cares if you're technically not a Wayne? You're still doing what you've always done, guarding the city, using your fortune to protect people." Batman stops her, telling her, "Not according to this. It's the list of the elites. The GTO found Ruth, or what was left of her after Azrael killed her. There are names of every business and every investor she's ever made profit on. Most of it's channeled through one company, the largest company in Gotham, Wayne Corp. That's why she didn't want me to come to Gotham with the truth. I was her biggest client, Harley." Harley asks, "How did you not know? You're Batman. You know, the world's best detective." Batman sits back, telling her, "That's the problem. I've been Batman for so long that it's taken over my life. I can't even shake someone's hand without imagining 3 different ways of breaking their elbow. I don't even know how to be Bruce Wayne anymore. I don't really know who he is. Joker and Azrael have proven it. Gotham will never forgive me." Harley kneels down, telling him, "Yes, they will. After all, they forgave Jack Napier for being the Joker, and you know why? Because he took off the mask. He asked for forgiveness. He knew in order to help Gotham, you had to trust Gotham." Batman tells her, "I do trust Gotham." And Harley asks, "Do you? Do you really?" Batman then says, "It'll destroy everything if I reveal it. I will have nothing left. I'll just be a poor Bruce Wayne." Harley takes him by the hand, telling him, "You'll still have your friends. You'll still have me." Later that day, Barbara struggles to walk again in crutches when she happens to slip. But it wasn't a nurse that caught her from falling. It was Batman. No, it was Bruce Wayne. And Bruce tells her that she's making good progress, and Barbara says that Azrael almost broke her spine. The doctors are stunned at any recovery. Bruce says that he's not. After all, you're a Gordon, and I'm sorry. Barbara sighs, telling him, "No, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have gone after Azrael after he killed my father without..." And Bruce stops her. "No, I should have done it. I should have used that gun to kill Azrael." Barbara's taken back, asking, "What? Batman would never..." Bruce tells her, "No, I'm not Batman anymore. Turns out I'm not even a Wayne." I can't fix Gotham's corruption because I'm part of that corruption. The family fortune, the cape, the cowl. I need to come clean, Barbara. It'll be the only way to come clean. Might be the only way to destroy the elites and give this city a new start. Barbara asks, what are you talking about? And Bruce tells her. He thought that coming clean was too dangerous. Said it was safer for Batman to just disappear. Do you think he'd understand? Do you think he'd forgive me for what I've done? Barbara asks, who is he? And Bruce says, your father. Barbara takes Bruce's hands and says that he really frustrated her father. Not because he broke the law, but because Batman was proof that they couldn't fix Gotham by following the rules. That's why he took the risk and embraced Batman. He admired Batman. Part of him wanted to be Batman. If he was here right now, he wouldn't want you to do that. He would trust you to make your own decision, then do everything that he could to support it, Bruce. Later that evening, the newly appointed police commissioner Renee Montoya holds a press conference telling the people of Gotham that she is declaring a citywide emergency as they begin the manhunt for the man known as Azrael. He is responsible for the death of dozens of super criminals, 23 police officers, and those include the late Commissioner Jim Gordon. But as she goes on, the feed is cut and images of Batman begin to appear. Batman tells everyone that it's been his honor to serve them over the past few decades. Fighting crime, saving lives, all in an effort to make this city a better place. However, he knew that it couldn't go on forever. It's clear to him that the era of Batman must come to an end. Over the years, things have become more complicated. It's no longer a childish game of cops and robbers. It's serial killers, monsters, and super criminals. When this began, all he needed was some rope and a pair of handcuffs. Now he is a one-man army who does as much damage to the people as he does to the criminals. He has become a villain, and that is why Jack Napier beat him. That is why, as of this moment, he is supporting the Napier Initiative, because Batman means being whatever Gotham needs him to be, and that they all now need to know the truth. That Batman is really Bruce Wayne. As Bruce pulls the mask down, he goes on stating that he recently learned that the Wayne Empire had been hijacked by those who have corrupted Gotham the most, the elites. That is why he is giving it all away, to destroy the elites, to give back to the people of Gotham. His fortune does not belong to him. It belongs to the people of the city. All the money and the assets will be put into nonprofits to create better schools, libraries, homeless shelters, and scholarships. Everything generated will be donated back to Gotham, offsetting their taxes for decades. Gotham will no longer be a city of darkness. It will become a city of light, a beacon. It will be a place without shadows, without Batman. But first, he needs a favor. Azrael is still out there. As soon as the sun goes down, he'll make his move, and as Batman, he can get him, but not at the cost of hurting those around. That is why he is asking everyone to stay off the streets until Azrael is caught. He is asking for their forgiveness. He is asking to trust him one last time. He is asking for their permission to be Batman one final time. As the cameras turn off, Montoya asks, "You really can't help yourself, huh? Making decisions alone and forcing everyone to fall in line?" Bruce tells her, "I started this. Now I need to end it. You want to arrest Azrael without getting people hurt? This is the best option." Montoya says that most of Gotham doesn't even like him right now. How can he be sure that 8 million people will stay clear of the streets? Bruce heads into the garage telling her, "It's a risk, but if we clear the streets, I'll know that they're with me. And when it's all over, I'll turn myself in. In Gotham, no one is above the law, not even me. Azrael will most likely be targeting hospitals. With Ruth dead, he'll need a new source of medication. We'll need people keeping an eye on the cameras around the cities. The rest will be out in the streets looking." Montoya asks, "What will you be doing?" Azrael destroyed most of the Batmobiles when he attacked the GTO. There's only one left. Bruce looks down at the very first model Batmobile. He tells her, "Yeah, and it's my favorite one." As everyone gets ready to head out, Nightwing stops Bruce asking, "What happens when we catch Azrael? Is he going to be brought in safely and allowed to serve his time, or do you have something else in mind, Bruce?" Bruce asks, "What are you trying to say?" And Nightwing tells him, "I know exactly what this is about. It's not worth it. You'll not be able to live with yourself. Batman does not kill." Bruce thinks long and hard for a moment, and then he tells him, "Batman is dead, and so is Azrael." The check engine light kicks on, and Bruce races ahead, leaving Nightwing behind. With the streets clear, empty of civilians, Bruce thinks to himself that this is it. This is his last night as Batman. As Bruce stands out in the open, Montoya calls over the citywide monitor stating that they have spotted Azrael. East River Highway heading north. Bruce puts on his mask and he jumps in telling her, "I'm on my way." Everyone quickly converges to the reported site and they see Azrael swinging from the rooftops. Montoya tells everyone that they need to quickly get ahead and stop him before he doubles back around. That's when Azrael lands in the middle of the streets. Bruce presses a button and as the rest step on the gas, they suddenly feel their cars slowing down. Bruce speeds by with Nightwing quickly getting out to check what's wrong and shouts, "I knew it! A remote disruptor!" With Bruce alone, he opens fire on Azrael, throwing him off balance, launching a grappling hook, snagging Azrael by the leg. Once secure, Bruce hits the brake, slamming Azrael into the back of the car, turning on the thruster. As a fire washes over him, Azrael gets back up, telling him, "Now that was a nice trick." Bruce flips the car into reverse, driving backwards all the way to the airport, crashing into a plane. As that plane explodes, Bruce gets out of the car holding an assault rifle, pointing it directly at Azrael. Azrael tells him, "And I thought Batman didn't kill. Isn't that what makes us so different?" Bruce pulls the trigger, but as the bullets are pelting Azrael's armor, he leaps forward, grabbing Bruce, asking, "If you're no longer Batman, then who are you?" Bruce struggles, telling him, "I am your reckoning." Azrael lifts Bruce up, telling him, "I have traveled the world seeking something bigger than myself, something that would repair me, bring me peace. But instead, I found that there's no peace for someone like me, only war. And as I look back at the blood spilled in my wake, I realize that I've become too accepting of those demons, that I've lost my soul. I would bring others into that war, but right now I am alone, trying to be a martyr in a battle that killed me a long time ago. We're the same, brothers like Cain and Abel, not bound by blood, but by destiny. God put us on different paths, but we ended up in the same place. The city will fight you, Batman, even after this. But then again, there won't be a city left, not after the flood." Suddenly, the sound of the car can be heard as it crashes into Azrael, freeing Bruce, knocking him back. Bruce gets back up and Nightwing steps out asking, "Is that a gun? What are you trying to do? This isn't how we do things, Bruce." Bruce tells him, "Azrael has to die for what he's done, for what he stands for. Maybe Batman will die in the process. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe that's what Gotham really needs, a clean slate." Nightwing asks, "Haven't you learned anything? After everything that's happened, nothing's changed." Bruce takes a deep breath and then tells him, "It's because of me that Gordon is dead. Barbara can barely stand. Azrael is right. I brought this war upon everyone. I tried to save them and I failed, because I wasn't much of a father to them." Nightwing begins to cry, telling him, "Maybe not, but you were my father, and I still believe in you. Don't end it this way. Don't make me watch." Bruce stops him. "You've always been smart enough to see the flaws. Maybe that's why there's always been a wedge between us. Because we both know who the better man is. Now step aside and let me end this, Dick." Nightwing shouts, "Fine! But end it your way, not as Azrael, as Batman." A short while later, after putting in the report that Azrael's planning on destroying the dam, the Coast Guard orders the pilots to sweep the area in search of Azrael, but as one pilot heads out, he is stopped when he sees Azrael waiting in the shadows for him. As he approaches the dam by helicopter, Bruce rockets into the lake, converting the Batmobile into the boat model. Azrael and Batman's missiles both fire at the same dam, but Azrael's missiles miss and Bruce is hit. The helicopter comes crashing down when Azrael pulls himself out of the wreckage, and he sees Bruce standing there holding the rapiers his father once hung on the wall. Azrael begins to set the laser sight on Bruce, telling him, "This Batarang's going to rip right through you, and you brought rapiers? Swords to a gunfight." Bruce calls out, "I saw the sword on your back. Iradat Allah. It's Arabic for God's will. If that sword is God's will, then that's all you should need, right, Azrael?" Azrael laughs and pulls the sword out. "May the Lord shine brightly on each of us." They both go in swinging and striking. Each of Bruce's attacks removing bits and pieces of Azrael's armor. As Azrael swings his sword, knocking one of the rapiers away, stating, "You never change, always trying to disarm your opponent." Azrael lunges one last time, knocking away the other rapier, but Bruce quickly jumps behind him, slamming Azrael's head into the car, telling him, "Shields!" The car quickly begins to clink as the armor plating comes out, and then it slams shut onto Azrael's head. Bruce takes the sword from him, and as he pulls his helmet off, Azrael grabs the blade, telling him, "I have one last question for you. Do you think they knew? Your parents? Did they know that they were swine draped in pearls? Fake aristocrats bred from rotten bloodlines?" Bruce grits his teeth as he pulls back on the sword and he swings, the sword cutting cleanly through Azrael's throat and the blood pouring out. Azrael tells him, "You hit my carotid artery. You did it."
You killed me. You finished what Makar started. You eliminated the last Wayne.
Bruce takes off his mask, running to the car, grabbing the first aid kit, telling him, "No, I won't let you die." He begins to stitch it up, using a thread and needle as quickly as he can. And as he spares Azrael, he returns to the GCPD so that Azrael can safely be put behind bars. As everyone welcomes him back, Montoya asks, "Are you sure about this?" And Bruce holds out both his wrists, telling her, "Yes." People far and wide come to watch as Bruce steps into the police car. And when he gets in there, he sees Harley Quinn at the wheel. He asks her, "What are you doing?" And she tells him, "I've already lost Jack. I'm not losing you. I can't be alone." Bruce tells her, "You won't be. You're not alone. You're just feeling lost. I know the difference. I would personally like to thank you for everything that you have done. Without your help, this whole thing might have ended differently. You guided me out of darkness. You saved my soul. And right now, I'm returning the favor. I'm not going anywhere, and if you need anything, you know where you can find me, Harley." She unlocks the car, and she steps out, and she sees Bruce's hand on the window. She draws a heart with the droplets of water. The next day, Gotham begins to heal as life slowly goes back to normal with the help of the Wayne fortune. But the next question remains on the minds of everyone. Without Batman, what kind of city will Gotham be? Bruce sits in his cell awaiting his trial when a voice asks, "Why am I here?" Bruce tells the man in the military uniform that Montoya wanted someone to keep an eye on him, someone who knows his tricks and can stop him from escaping. The man tells him, "We both know that no cell can hold you. Do you really expect me to believe that you intend on staying here? There's got to be another reason." Bruce stands up and he tells him, "Yes, there is. I want to talk." As the man steps forward, the light glints off his name tag and it reads, Todd. And there you have it, the conclusion to Curse of the White Knight. Finally, right here. We're probably going to combine both of them, White Knight and Curse of the White Knight, 1 and 2 into one full story for you guys. It'll probably be about 6-7 months from now, but I hope you guys are looking forward to that. This was a crazy ride. So many crazy reveals in Curse of the White Knight 2. White Knight 2. So many crazy reveals in White Knight 2. It was like every issue was like a huge cliffhanger. And I wanted to get them all out to you guys as soon as possible, hence the breaking them up. We're probably going to be done with this whole breaking up videos in the manner that we have been recently. Just bringing you guys bigger videos and not really worrying about overall stuff here. But don't forget, every day, or at least every other day, we're bringing you videos right here at Comicstorian, all about comic books. Be it a one-off, like what happened to your favorite show, in case you missed it from another show, or things like this, Curse of the White Knight, or like our Iron Man series that is going on right now, things like that. Either way, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I really appreciate your support through this. If you did enjoy this, don't forget you were able to get it early access by about a day if you had been going to our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian. It's not drastically early, but I mean, we're trying our best here. Things are a little crazy right now in the world. Either way, thank you guys so much for your support. I'll see you next time right here. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video. We got a lot more coming.